Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to In the Waters. As always, I'm happy to have you guys stop by for a little chit chat about what's going on for this week. It is the week of December 6th through the 12th. Venus is hanging out in your sign. The moon starts out in your sign, and Pluto is remaining in your sign for like another year and a half. But this week is super important. So we are really going to start sorting out what is of value to us, what is important, and the clarity is going to start coming in. Monday has the opportunity to really get some stuff done with that moon in your sign. The moon is going to talk to Venus. It's going to talk to Pluto. It's going to be like, hey, what do you want to do? I'm feeling unmotivated here. So using that opportunity to really to start putting things in order and to try to get some things going for yourself. So you have shine within. True beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. Venus is all about that. What is of value? Things of beauty. On what is of value and things that are of beauty, your self-worth and your self-esteem. Excellent. You have manifestation. Be honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation 101. Write it down on paper. Step 1. There you go. I'm sorry I'm laughing because I do a personal reading for myself with the cards to make sure everything flows really well. I totally got that card. And I was like, yeah. I haven't done that yet. So take a moment on Monday to really start figuring out what do you want to write it down, and write it down in a positive affirmation almost. Like I have the vision of what it is that you want to create, and then write about it as though it is already there, and feel the joy of it already being there. That gratefulness and happiness that you feel about the thing that you're manifesting before you even manifest it is like this big magnet that draws it in. So it's an exercise for all of us. All right, so go outside. Speaking of exercise, go out and reconnect with nature. Tune into the powerful piece of nature, whatever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. There is a need to connect in with Mother Gaia always when you're an earth sign. And so if you haven't had a chance to do that lately, even if it's only like 10 minutes, that you can just go and sit outside or go for a little short walk. Pay attention to what you're seeing. There are messages being brought to you through nature. But also just as an opportunity to reconnect and to get that grounding again. It's really important when you're an earth sign. Moon was into Aquarius at 6:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. As always, adjust for your time zone because Maggie can't do that. This is a day that's really interesting. Tuesday and Wednesday, both of them have this really interesting energy going on. Mars wants to start getting things done. Jupiter wants to expand, but Saturn's holding everybody in place and not letting it happen. The moon says, I feel like I really want to make this change. And Uranus goes, yeah, I know I want to make this change. And again, Saturn goes, you guys need to slow down. We're not ready to make any changes yet. And so Mercury is like talking to Neptune, and Mercury says, hey, so I think we can make this thing really big and huge, and it'll be grand, and it causes some confusion. It is a day where you can feel like Superman when you're not, where you think you can get things done that's not quite in place. And the thing about all this energy with Venus spending 4 months in Capricorn, I feel like the solid foundation matters. So don't jump the gun, create the foundation, stick by stick, brick by brick, however you want to look at that scenario. It's really important that you take the time to do that. I will say that the moon is going to be in that choice energy with with the sun and with Mercury in Sagittarius on Wednesday. And I think this feels like an opportunity to start making some choices. Definitely want to do, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. I feel like it's like almost like putting the first brush strokes, wow, I can almost talk, on a canvas. And you're starting to develop the picture. I want to use this color. I want this to be a landscape. as opposed to a cityscape. Whatever it is that you're trying, it's like the early decisions. I think this needs to be the background color if it's going to be an abstract, whatever it is. But there is a need to start making some choices and decisions, start taking a couple of the steps. It is about choices and opportunities, guys. It really is. So, you have Feather. This is calling card from the This is the calling card from the unicorns. They tell you that they are near. And ask them to show you the other way. There's a door of opportunity. Your spirit guide team is around you, and they're trying to point you in that direction. So when you go outside and you connect to nature, what are you feeling? What are you thinking? What are you getting out of that? What are your thoughts? Also pay attention to opportunities as they crop up around you in whatever area that it is that you're trying to manifest things. There's a great opportunity. I feel like you need to see it. What are you missing? Look for what you're missing. So overnight on Thursday, Eastern Standard Time, it's at 3:53 a.m. The moon is going to conjunct with Jupiter. So I think it could be disruptive to sleep. I think that's going to enable everybody to wake up a little grumpy, because then by the time we wake up at 5 a.m., the moon is going to be squaring Mars. And so I think people are going to wake up grumpy. So pack some chocolate, get your caffeine. And when I say pack some chocolate, pack chocolate to share, because I don't think you're going to be the only one feeling that way. And so just be on the lookout for that. The moon's going to move into Pisces at 9:53 a.m., settling that energy down after the commutes in the morning. We can all take a nice deep breath and kind of try to get along. And so we have alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So there is an importance of knowing what it is you want to change, but there is a need to kind of spend some time really thinking about it. So you have said spending time alone, meditating upon what you truly desire. That's that time in nature. I really think so. Now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. Ready, set, go. I do think that this week, making a step, that first base coat, that first brick, something needs to go down. You have blessed change. And look, she gets turned over on her head, which I had never noticed until today. A major life change brings great blessings. Something is definitely shifting, changing, maybe unexpectedly sweeping you over. And you're like, oh, there's the doorway. There's the doorway. But you have the Midas touch. Every project you begin turns to gold. Every project you begin. So begin. You got to begin. Like it's ready, set, go. It's time. So it doesn't have to be a major step. There needs to be a step. Take a step this week. That moon in Pisces on Friday, it kind of carries some energy around it of you need to be really focused on your goal and your dream and taking steps toward it, but don't necessarily tell other people and allow them to say, do you have a plan? Is that really going to work? Because really nobody has a complete plan right now, and Venus is still busy having that conversation with Pluto for the next few months. But you can still start making steps. I think, though, if I were to say that this was a project that you were drawing, I would be doing it in pencil, not in pen, and I would have a big eraser. And there's going to be a lot of be willing to make the shifts and adjustments, but you've got to get started so that you can see where to put the next line. Where's the next thing that you're filling in? Venus conjuncts exactly with Pluto for the first of 3 times. She does that on Saturday at 11:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. So from 11:30 to 2:30, those 3 hours would be really great to sit down and put on paper, right? Manifestation 101, put it on paper. This is the energy of the moon in Capricorn, but we're talking Capricorn energy with Venus conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn. So if you don't get a chance until this weekend to sit down and put it on paper, that's okay. But it's something that really needs to happen. So 4:46 p.m. on Saturday, the moon moves into Aries, and the moon in Aries is going to conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. And there is a possibility to get really triggered and have to bring something up, especially like around the area of the home life, if you're a Capricorn rising, because it's in Aries. But it could be anything, and you're triggered, and it's going to take you back to your childhood. Sense of abandonment, a sense of I don't do things right, I think something. And so there's a need to look at it, and if you can trace it back to when it happened in your childhood and go, oh, well, my parents didn't know any better. And you forgive your parents for not knowing any better. And you forgive yourself for carrying that burden and maybe even passing it on to your own children and say, oh, I got to do that differently. Then you heal it and you allow it to move out of your life. Do not spend too much time. Do not spend too much time feeling like a victim. It's okay to go back and look and see what the problem was so you can fix it. But you don't want to spend time there. You have nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Don't spend too much time in the past, and don't be too much in the future that you're not paying attention to what you need to be doing right now. There is a need to pay attention to details right now. With Mercury in Sagittarius right now, it's like exaggerations and misinformation, and it feels really, details are kind of getting lost. Focus in on the details. The universe says we are all just stardust. That means you're stardust. You came from love. You're made of love. That's all you are, is love. Self-esteem and self-worth is everything. You have bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. Oof. When you get triggered, it is okay to say to somebody, yo, I don't like it when you do that. I understand that I kind of get triggered by it and you don't mean to do that, or maybe you're not really trying to upset me, but it's a problem for me, and I would love you to love and respect me enough to say, oh, wow, I don't want to do that because I care about you. And it's okay to stand up for yourself. We have the Lioness. You have earned all of your stripes. Take some time this week to make a list of all the things you're really good at and all the lessons you've learned. What are your gifts? There is gold in those lessons, the hard ones. And so that thing that triggers you, that came up from the past, what did it teach you? It taught you to be more self-reliant. It taught you to be more adaptable. It taught you to not treat people like that. What did it teach you? Everything that you have learned along the way, and honor yourself for the lessons that you have learned, and reward your inner child for being willing to grow and change and to love and embrace all the pieces and the parts of you. Take some time for yourself. You are where you are. You are who you are because of the things you've gone through. And who you are is magnificent. Do not forget that. Who you are is stardust. Okay? Really important, empowering week. I feel like a really empowering week. Let's take advantage of it. Your 2020 sneak peek ahead comes out on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to link right here the December video. If you haven't seen that yet, check that out. Then, and if you want to know, like if you were like, I wish I would have known that Monday was the Get Her Done day, you should check me out on Facebook, because I do a little daily reading. This is like 3 to 5 minutes, but they come out the night before, so you can have a quick reminder of, oh yeah, that's the energy for tomorrow. And those messages are totally different. They carry a different energy with them, so they're interesting in a different way. All right, I hope I see you guys there. Be sure to say hi. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.